For African told me that if I see them the same level, they can be my friends. I will explain in detail. I explain American. If they see me as I see them, how should I need to see them? I explain American. If they see me the same like I see them, we can be friends. Is that African? Is that how African told me that one? But I need to tell American that how I change my point of view to see them, right? Like for example, um, I'm not supposed to talk about that one. Like kind of like right now we are facing like kind of like for Americans too, almost all the employees are Indian and African. They cannot hire United States American people cannot hire Chinese as their employee because they like Indian and African as their employee. The truth is African and Indian are like kind of like very low class employee, and then Chinese and Korean look like upper class employee. So the truth is like when you use Chinese and Korea as an employee, it will be like a little bit slow, and like the way they behave is like kind of like upper classes. So American will feel that I cannot use them as my employee. That's the truth, right? And also compared to four war and fifth war. Fourth war is like Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, Myanmar. They are a little bit minimum pay class. And also fifth war, Mexican, Spanish, Mexican, Middle East. All the Middle East are Indian. They are Indian ancestor, right? Even Brazil, all the stuff, those are all Indian. Their ancestors are the same. I'm not fighting with a representative beat up my wife. Okay? This is not my business. So their body is look like minimum pay and very low class. So because of their body, they can walk a lot faster than Chinese and Korean. Chinese are second war and Korean are Japanese and Korean are third war. So second war, third war look like the upper classes or middle classes for American. So even when they hire second war and third war as an employee, it is not really affected. So why did they hire second war and third war or as an employee even they know that they are not affected? I mean, when you compare fourth war and fifth war, they are manual worker. They are minimum pay receiving worker. So in United States, we have fourth war and fifth war. Vietnamese, Filipino, Thailand, Myanmar. Their body are like kind of a receiving worker body. So they work a lot faster. So they work a lot faster and then they finish their job really fast. So American people, they want to hire fourth war and fifth war. They don't want to hire second war and third war. But right now, some of the American people change their point of view. I will tell you how they think. If I hire second war and third war as an employee, and fourth war and fifth war as an employee, they work a lot faster than second war and third war. But all those second war, third war, fourth war, fifth war, they are all employee for me. So how about my chances to go out with them and sleep with them? The fourth war and fifth war, I will see them as a manual worker. You need to see me as an American old man. I'm American old man. I see them as a manual worker. I see them as a worker, employee, store employee. This is manual worker. Right? If I hire them, I can use them as a manual worker employee. If I hire them, I might sleep with them. I'm old American man. I might sleep with them. How about I have child, I have son or daughter. should I need to hire them as my employee for my company? How about my cent and dollar? Are they going to marry with them? Second war and third war. Because of that one, I'm going to hire fourth war and fifth war manual worker. But this is how I behave. I need to teach my cent and dollar not to go out with their fourth war and fifth war. Is that possible in the United States? It is not. This is not American way. This is Chinese way. I'm Chinese woman. Right? I'm Chinese woman. Oh, I'm thinking ahead I'm thinking for my cents and dollar. If I hire second war and third war, they are going to sleep with them and they are going to marry them. If I hire fourth war and fifth war, they are going to sleep with them. They are not going to marry them. So I can hire fourth war and fifth war as an employee. They were never ever marry for the manual worker. So I feel like I'm safe to hire fourth war and fifth war. Am I right? So how about all American men point of view? If he hire second war and third war, his cent and dollar, even himself, will stay with the second war and third war. How about fourth war and fifth war? All American men, oh, we see them as a slave. We will treat them as a slave. We are going to sleep with them. So how about marriage percentage? Which one higher? As a slave, we are going to marry. As a worker, we are going to marry. So the percentage is the same. Marriage percentage. Going out, sleep percentage is the same. So you need to draw the demarcation line. Is that for only job? What first-time employee we are going to hire? At the same time, when you hire that employee, work for your company, work for your business. How about your cent and dollar came to your business? How about chances to sleep with them? We all are all men and women, right? We need to worry about our children, our next generation. We are going to calculate for every chances. Right? Work for them. And automatically, how many percentage are we going to go out with that manager or employee or co-worker? So compare yourself. So I don't want to change your point of view, how you need to see me. Right? So it is the same like Americans see Chinese as a fourth war. American cannot hire second war and third war because they see second war and third war are the same like fourth war. Fourth war is Singapore, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Myanmar. Those four, we all know that they are using like prostitute way. So how about fifth war? Indian and African, they are using slave way. They have one war have their own way, right? Fourth war using prostitute way, try to seduce. Fifth war, they are using slave way. Try to ask for the bitterness and understanding. See that one? How about second war? The Chinese neck. Chinese culture, a lot of Chinese culture. Chinese culture, Chinese thinking way, communism way. Korean, very modernized American way. I'm bitching all the war. American. Morning one guy, night, evening one guy, afternoon one guy. Friend with benefit, friends forever. Right? So all five war have their own bad stuff. Should I need to repeat that one again? No, right? So Americans see the Chinese is second war, see the same like fourth war. Because from American point of view, all four war are lower than American. So they were stereotype. Second war, third war, you these two war are the same like fourth war shit. Right? Second war, third war, can they behave like the Indian and African slave way? No. If they cannot behave like the slave, they are automatically into the prostitute war. Am I right? I'm not bitching. I'm telling like everything like what happened in the real life. So Americans see the Chinese as a fourth war and they did not want to be their Chinese friend. death, they cannot get a second world Chinese woman as wife or husband. But they marry to the fourth and fifth world people. If they wanted to escape from eating fourth world and fifth world people, they should do the same like I changed my point of view. I didn't want to brainwash for that one. This is just how I changed my point of view. First of all, white and fourth world people are the same. From my point of view. First of all, white and fourth world people are the same. So Chinese are afraid to go out with their first world people. Oh, that's so lame, that's so fake. Chinese even wanted American. Why do you say like Chinese are afraid to go out? Don't be afraid, you already want the American guy in your mind. Technically, it is right. Okay? Because why behave like the fourth world people? Not serious and sleep with a man or woman one night and sleep with another one. This is how Chinese people are afraid. When and afraid, they are not the same. So I already explained this two part very clearly. If you do not believe me, I'm not asking for your belief. You don't even need to trust me. This is how I feel. This is how I'm afraid. I show that Americans are not as serious as the same life. Are not as serious as the same like fourth world people. If I'm afraid of the first world white guy, because they are the same like fourth world, I cannot get as a boyfriend as I cannot get a boyfriend. First world guy boyfriend. I can brainwash American not to go out with a fourth world and fifth world people. The same like I changed my point of view. It is called vice versa. Am I right? Because like what I am afraid, I see American gacha. American people behave not serious. Sleep with one woman, one man or woman, one night, and sleep with another one. So we are afraid of that one, Chinese. So fourth world people, Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand, Myanmar, they are behaving like this way. Almost American style. More worse than American. They are not serious and even like not even serious relationship. Even they have one boyfriend or girlfriend, they even didn't serious for the girlfriend, pressure for that one. But Chinese want American guy, right? So even one night stand, they need to accept that one. Because they want American guy. See the differences, this two? I admit that one. Oh, Chinese people want American boyfriend. Every Chinese want American boyfriend. That's the truth. As a boyfriend, but they have fear too. Fear is nothing. You can try it. Right? It's just so fake. So I need to tell myself that, oh, don't see American as a fourth world people. They are more serious than more and not serious. American not serious is fourth world not serious and more worse than American not serious. So like if I see like fourth world and first world guy are the same, I cannot get a first world guy as my boyfriend. So it's the same for American. They also need to like they see Chinese as the same like fourth world, right? Because like Korean and Chinese, they cannot behave like a slave. So American cannot put these two worlds into the fifth world. Indian and African are slave people. I'm sorry, this is the truth. This is how American people treated them. So we are automatically into the prostitute, not serious group. So I'm changing my point of view like this way, and if American can change their point of view, then we can work together. I mean, I already calculated for the chances. Work faster, forward and forward, a little bit slow. Just for hiring employee, right? But if you own a business, for small business, you will think about the chances of getting married. Or even if you didn't if you didn't own a small business, if you are manager, your wife from your house and calculated, my husband will go out with his employee or not. I'm really worried about them. Beep, and come to the work and see checking the employee, right? American housewife also have just a little bit that kind of stuff. How about Indian wife? They will come, right? They will calculate that one. So why do you want to bitch like only Chinese do that way? The other wife, they don't do that way. They will calculate if their husband has a manager position. My husband hire what kind of employee? The employee, do they want to seduce my husband? The manager wife are also women. I'm also woman too. This is how women behave. Do you want to against their nature? Like the same like American woman. Oh, we don't care. If you want to sleep with another woman, then we are going to cut the relationship right away. I got my own paycheck, you got your own paycheck. We live by our own life. We don't care. It's only American women who can behave like this. How about Chinese? Knock, 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 forever. How about Indian? Do they have strength to give the divorce to the American guy? Chances, the employee, manager position, want to work for you. Which one are you going to hire? The percentage. Work faster. Go for company. Better company. You are manager. Oh, you need to draw the demarcation line. Even you can draw the demarcation line. That kind of people seducing. How can you prevent for that one? I'm not competing. Hire second one and third one. Don't hire fourth one and fifth one. No, they are working really fast. They are working a little bit slow. They have their own good. See that one? They are slow. So African requested that if we apart races, American and Chinese treat Indian and African the way we change our point of view between American and Chinese, fourth war and fifth war can be our friends. So also like fourth war and fifth war, they also want to be our friends too. So they just like, oh, you explain to the American, like you don't see the American as a fourth war. So American can be your boyfriend. How about fifth war? Right now, when I compare all the five war, the worst is the fourth war, right? They are using prostitute way. So everyone want to avoid the fourth war. I came from fourth war. I'm from Myanmar. My father deal with all those prostitute way a lot. My mother cry a lot every day. My mother nagged my father the whole life. Fortunately, he didn't marry to the fourth war woman. Even he can escape from the prostitute way, seducing prostitute way, because of my mother. My mother cry every day. So is that because of that one I got a psychological trauma? Or because of that one I got a lot of experience? I can escape from the prostitute and seducing way? Don't try the prostitute and seducing way on me. It won't work out on me. Okay. So don't try 4 and 5 or try to change my point of view. I already showed 5 war. The difference is 5 war we're trying to change my point of view. Oh, we are behaving like a slave. You need to give me the chances. You let the chance. You give the chances to the American. You don't see the first war the same like 4 war. Oh, you need to give me the chances that you need to see that our 5 war are a good one. Right now, the 5 war, Indian and African, they need to check their own people. Half of them are behaving like the 4 war right now. Even the same like 3rd war. Korean, Japanese are stay the same like Chinese. 3rd war Korean, half of the Korean and half of the 5th war Indian and African. They are behaving like the 4th war, seducing and prostitute way. It is really happening in the grocery store life. Period. Don't use prostitute way and seducing way on me. Even I'm woman. My father got prostitute way and seducing way. I'm not giving understanding and I'm not giving like this is freedom. This is our own freedom. Because they are poor and they are lower race, We are not supposed to talk to them. No, if they don't want that kind of word or speech from me, don't use prostitute and seducing way on me. I already got a court order from the American guy. Josh came and stole right out the champagne Maya. He just played around with me, and then I'm just like kind of like retarded, low life, low IQ. And then he gave me the court order. I don't even use a prostitute way on him. I will explain directly that we have 5 wars. First war is the highest one. Second war and third war behave like the same. But the third war, Korean are behaving like the 4th war. 4th war and 5th war are the same. Even 4th war and 5th war are the same. We all know that 4th war behave like the prostitute to get the American and Chinese. 5th war behave like the slave because they want to stay close to the American and Chinese. I'm showing the gap. Even first war and second and third war have the gap is not too broad. The gap between second and third war and 4th and 5th war and between first war and 4th and 5th war are too broad. See that one? The gap between second war and third war and 4th war and 5th war. See that one? Second and third war, second and third, 4th and 5th. And between first war and 4th war and 5th war are too broad too. First war and 4th war and 5th war are too broad too. I can announce from here that we first, second war did not use 4th war and 5th war people. Can they accept it or not? Like for a date. For white people want to get a date from second war Chinese, 82.5%. Third war, 12.5%. 4th war, 4%. 5th war, 1%. For Chinese people, to get a date from white American, 90%. Third war people, 8.5%. 4th war people, 1.25%. 5th war people, 0.25%. So I need to tell like all those percentage very clearly. Otherwise, even like African, they thought themselves like, oh, I have manager position, I have HR position. Even women, I have HR position. You are supposed to treat me like the HR. You need to talk to me like politely. Some of them can give the respect. Some of them look down on you. How about night shift manager? African night shift manager. Oh, I'm African night shift manager. Night shift manager are the same like store rider. Don't try that way on me. Night shift rider at the grocery store. It is not head carrier professional. Head carrier professional. You are taking a night shift. Maybe you have power. You have power. You are not professor. You are not head professor. You are not assistant professor. You are just kind of like physician. Night shift manager are not store rider. Oh, I have night shift manager. You want to seduce me? Chinese woman poor, you want to seduce me? They need to think before they give the Chinese people as a harassment. The same like Josh came and gave me the harassment. Now talking court order. They need to think. If I give the harassment to the Chinese or American poor woman, how did they see me? Did they look down on me? Because they have manager position, night shift. So they want, for example, I'm using myself. Night shift store manager. He gave me the harassment. Oh, Kelly want to seduce him. I just gave him warning. He walked at the Champagne Maya. Before you give me the harassment or stalking order, you need to think 3 or 4 times. How will Kelly respond to them? Oh, I don't care. I'm rich. I have manager position. I will give Kelly harassment. Next talking court order. Kelly will write down. I look down on Africa. How do you feel? Only one sentence. Oh, I don't trust. So fake. I have manager position. I have many. If you don't care, you can give me the court order. The whole community need to stay away from me. How about that one? Can you try for that harassment? Next talking koala. So those percentages are really, really necessary. So you need to calculate, not for calculate, you need to see like how people will see you. Not for like getting a guide for calculation. Calculation means not to get humiliated or insulted by the rich people. Okay? Some people will calculate. Example, 4 people. Oh, I need to aim to get one guy. How many percentage can I get if I aim that guy? Not the kind of percentage I'm calculating. I need to calculate. If I give the cost or order to the upper races, how many chances I can get insulted or humiliated by them? I need to calculate it, right? I don't want to get insulted or humiliated from upper races. Because of that, I'm giving you the percentage. Got it? Koreans lost their integrity. They are behaving like the forward. They show public that they hang out with the forward and forward people. They look down on the forward and forward people. But will Korean be best friend or friends with benefit for forward and forward people? We all know that all American women went bottom of your heart. You need to be true friend for your friend. Friend and fake friends are not the same. Fake friend is pretending that they are friend. Friend has good-minded friend and bad-minded friend. They give the true friend, but they did not give their good-minded. So they compete with each other and they block their friends' improvement. So we call those friends as a friends with bad-minded. Technically, we do not need their true friends. As long as we got friends, we are okay. But Korea is using their giving friend. Fake friends level, in other words, we call that Gina way. Fake friends level, we call it Gina way. The lady Gina gave the fake friendship to lowest race African. And because of that, we started calling it Gina way. Koreans are giving away their fake friends by taking a paycheck. Because of their paycheck, they are giving fake friends level. Africans buy it and tell other people that they got friendship from Korea. Who will buy that one? I did not buy it. If African and Indian are buy it, then they got it. They got a friendship from Korea. Right? Now, fake war African lost their integrity. They are behaving like the full war. African lost integrity and they were friendship. So I mentioned at above, and he tried so many ways and to get friendship at the same level. They are using no trace way. But we get announced from here that we know their way, and we will announce that they are no trace way are very prostitute way, low life prostitute way for us. But we can count that they have rights to try to get our friendship. But we announce from here that it is not the right way. In addition, they are using me, Kelly, because Kelly is from upper class and Kelly is poor in US. So they use the Kelly as a research project on Kelly. How to get rich people of the upper races. That kind of experience proved to us that they were rich people of the upper races. US point of view, it is acceptable because they are being honest to the US people. But look at what you did at public. You need to be honest with everyone to get upper class of the upper races gene to do research. Do you know that it is very low life to do such research in public? Even United States people, they allow you to do the research in public. It's just a research. No, you are doing research for how to get the rich people of the upper races to enter their community or to get a date with the rich people of the upper races. It is called very low life prostitute way. United States approved for that kind of research. It's very low life that like you are doing. Even you got approved for US people. You need to feel shy and you need to see yourself that it's very low life way to do the publicly, officially. Indian are still behaving like the Indian. But some of the Indian are trying to get the American and Chinese by using they have high IQ and they want to talk to the American and Chinese as a boss. They are using very polite way. But we can announce from here that we know their way and we will announce that they are high IQ and bossy or like boss style way are very bad minded way, poor people way. But if they use that way a lot, we can call the same like we call Africa smart prostitute wave for us. But we can count that they have right to try to get our friendship. But we announce from here that it is not the right way. See the one Indian people. Oh, I have high IQ. I'm also like a boss. Even their body will behave like the Chinese. Right? Like this way, my Chinese face. Right? Even like African, Indian, they are doing like plastic surgery or clone Chinese faces. They need to stop copying, clone, or doing the plastic surgery, the same like Chinese. Because they look down on the Chinese, right? Chinese are also work out for the American. So they look down on the Chinese. Chinese are very, very poor for American. Dating percentage and hiring employee percentage should be the same. Because we hire employee and we marry to our co-worker. So if we prevent dating and marriage, we hire lower races. The rate is higher. We cannot afford to the higher rate, so dating and marriage percentage should be the same like hiring people. Upper races will see themselves that they are rich, and rich cannot be friends with poor. Thus, dating rate with the upper races first world and fifth world are only 1% for American people. American date with the African are 1% only. Chinese date with African is a 0.25%. We need to fight with you. You need to fight with me that I'm doing the discrimination publicly. I'm presenting the data correctly. Even with the Chinese date with the African is like even less than 0.01%, not even 0.25%. I'm going to change the percentage. Upper races will teach their own children not to go out with the lower races. Lower races will teach their own kids to get the upper races. American even called me a hoe when I was faithfully to tell my ex-husband not to leave me, and I left him and I went to faithful to him and I want his faithfulness. So please do not argue with me that Chinese leave African when Chinese see that they did not want to be friends with African. It is not fair for African, but it is not fair for Chinese because they saw the universal truth that they are a lot higher than African. The same in American. American will see the universal truth that they are a lot higher than African. And they want to cut their friendship and they did not want dragging their feet. According to how American and Chinese feel, when lower races, especially 4 and 5, try to drag their feet. Do you get my point? I have my ex-husband, he is a Chinese. When he left, he used the American way. The day I left from the house, we are finished. I'm not going back to your house. But Chinese cannot accept the separation or cannot accept the divorce. So I'm just dragging his feet and then like I just try to keep my marriage. But it didn't work out. He used the American way and he left. Because I'm poor and homeless. I have no education. So he left. At the time, I cannot accept that one. I have Chinese idea. Oh, marriage is for the whole life. We are not supposed to divorce. But he cannot accept me because I have no education. I'm poor, and also like I didn't understand their parents. Their parents want to get the money from us. I thought like we are very poor, and we want to save money for our future to buy a house or to buy a car. But my ex-husband, he want to give the money, our saving to his parents because they are poor too. At the time, I was millionaire when I was at Myanmar. So I didn't understand the poor people feeling. like the same way, and the paycheck, and then he will share his paycheck, half of his paycheck with his parent. I didn't know that one. And Chinese culture also need to share half of the paycheck to the not half of the paycheck, support their parents. But anyway, my ex-husband left. I just want him like, oh, faithfulness and faithful to me, or I also want to give the faithfulness to him. But he left. Why did he left? Why did he leave? I already give you an explanation. Because I'm educated poor. In United States, I'm poor. My parents are millionaire at Myanmar. But I cannot give the money to support his parents. So because of all three factors, he just left. So technically, is that because of that I didn't give the support to his parent? Is that main factor, or is that because of I'm poor and educated? Maybe I'm poor and educated. He left, right? So it's the same like right now I'm teaching all the American and Chinese like for using prostitute and slave way try to drag our feet. The way I educated to the American and Chinese, they will definitely leave their 401 people as a friend or as a marriage. So 401 people, you need to accept like the way I accepted my ex-husband. When they became rich, they will leave you. Right? Just accept that one. I accept that one too. Because my ex-husband taught me that like, it is like American way. If you are poor, if you are uneducated, if I don't want you ready, I will leave you. Just accept it. Don't drag their feet. I mean, you can drag their feet. From my point of view, it is not fair for them. They are a lot higher and richer than 401. If I say like this, it's not fair for 401. But accept that one. 401 are a lot lower than first one and second one. I'm second one people. I can say directly to you that you are a lot lower than me. I'm sorry, this is the truth. Don't drag my feet and don't use the prostitute way and slave way. It didn't work on me. Does it make sense to everyone? This is how I solved the discrimination problem correctly. I did not want to see prostitute way to get a friendship like the African use, smart way to get an impression and enter the community like Indian use. Fake friendship way to give the fake friends to get their salary. The same like Korean way. I don't want to use all those way. I know what they are doing. I'm watching when they are going to stop. I'm waiting when the government will charge them for their prostitute way. I went and I lost my job and my two boyfriends. Josh Kimmer, store director of the Champagne Maya, and Representative Peter Maya. I call him Josh. Georg. Champagne store director. Champagne Maya store director. Director name is Josh. Josh and Josh. It's the same. House of Representative, Michigan 3rd District Republican. But I already claimed and he didn't respond, so I took the like he didn't agree that relationship. Fortunately, I didn't get a court order the same night. George Kimmer, Champagne Maya store director, he gave me court order. I even didn't claim. I went to the Wisconsin to see that his twin brother Jeff Kimmer, to see which one is the one I know. And then like George Kimmer, he took himself like, oh, I really love him, and technically I left him because of him. I went to the Wisconsin to see Jeff because like George, the Champagne Maya is like a lot of African. Like when I started working, it's only 10%. It became like 20%, 30%, 35% right now. Even more worse right now. I think I got a court order. I can go to the Champagne Maya. So because of him, I want to see Jeff. But I give the excuse that like kind of like they are twin brothers. So which one is the one I like? I didn't know. That's why I want to the Wisconsin and see Jeff. It's just an excuse. So he already know that excuse and he complained to the Champagne Circuit Court that like I stalk him to the Wisconsin. So I need to take the bad name. Technically it is for him, but we have discrimination law. So I need to take bad name. And then, like, he even didn't want to against his environment. It's good for him that he can escape from the Chinese woman. Am I right? It's good for him. Am I too stupid to fall for their trap? I see myself there like I'm the same like African, right? They buy their Korean gift and a real relation fresh shit. I'm the same like African. Josh already gave me co-order. I'm waiting to get one from the G or GE representative Bidamaya. If he didn't give me another co-order, I'm so lucky. So unlucky to me with the white guys. They are all the same and want to treat me like a slave. Please help me to me with not to me with the kind of waiting to give me lesson, not to love white guy. Because like Josh came in, he gave me the lesson, like he just like he just like giving me the hope, like he just like he's a store rider. He went to the Champagne Maya safe floor and he just doing like stocking. Store rider is doing stocking. But like I became used to it. Like some of the store riders are walking like they're stocking. But do you want to get a guy like doing stocking? Is really true love, right? Or because of like for George Kimmer, we live in a Champagne. I live in a Champagne. So the other Champagne, the other Maya or Abana Maya or the other store like CVS or Walgreens, all those store rider, they know George Kimmer, and then they want to save his name, right? Because he gave me co-order and I fight with him at the court. Oh, we are an official dating. So because of that one.